everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we have here with us the Senior Sales Manager of Cebu Landmasters, Mr. Garrett Clyde Maisling. Hi, Sir Clyde.
Hello, Alex. Hello, everyone. So nice to have.
Finally na-interview na
Yes,
tika.
finally. Yeah. Sorry, Kai, for but actually, what keeps us busy right now is a very interesting project, and it's one of the most anticipated project of Cebulan Masters, and actually the most anticipated project here in Davao. We have the East Village project. We're actually having ongoing preparation for this new development because actually we're not only building the residential but township project, our very first, no? So that's what keeps us, busy and looking forward for that day, no? We're gonna do the conversion and selling.
Okay, so before we go to the new projects of Cebulan Masters, how about a recap on the existing projects of Cebulan Masters? How are they doing? How they did during launching? Stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
Sir Clyde, what are the existing projects right now of Cebulan Masters in Davao? How many projects?
Actually, right now we have a good portfolio of developments. We have a condominium. Most of these are condominium developments. Now we have Mesa Tierra residences, which are about to be actually ongoing turnover of some of our unit owners already. So if you have some clients who wants to get a unit that's ready for turnover the soonest, or you're gonna do a turnover within the year, we have that development in store for them, so they can choose from the prime one bedroom units. That's what we're having, and also for the other developments that are pre-selling, we have the Paragon projects composed of a residential and hotel and also retail. No, so it's located in Matina, and right now we have sold out this residential project, and one of the exciting components there is the hotel. So there are limited inventory or supply of condo hotel here in Davao. So that would really be attractive if buyers wants to have another investment, and especially if they are not based in Davao. It's a hassle-free investment. That's Zeta Paragon Davao. So that's part of the mixed-use development that we're building there in that area in Matina. And also we have an LPU. This is a project we have very near or very close to the airport in Davao. So we're actually the developer. We're gonna develop this township in LPU. The residential component is the one that we're selling, Casamira Towers LPU. And the same with our Paragon Davao, we have actually sold out these LPU residential units. So those are what we have right now in
But
terms of inventory.
almost all of these projects are sold out except for Citadines Paragon, which still has available inventory.
That is correct. You're right about it. So we're very happy with how these inventories are, accepted and embraced by our investors here in Davao. So um, that's correct. In terms of Setadines, we have a very good number of units. If you have a client or there are some investors who are not based in Davao, they might look into this investment because the good thing with condo hotel is a hassle-free ownership. No, it has a good blend of a ownership, 100%. You own it. At the same time, the hotel management will be the one to manage, ensure the steady return of your investment.
So, what is the difference? Let's talk about Citadines Paragon. What's the difference between Citadines Paragon, which is a condotel, compared to a regular condominium, a regular residential condominium? What would be like the pros and cons? What's the
Okay.
advantage of investing in a condotel versus investing in a residential condominium?
Okay, so for a condo hotel, the very highlight of its advantage is it's actually very attractive again for those who wants to have hassle-free ownership, and if they intend to have a return of investment, just like any type of property, they can have it rented. the good thing with the condotel is you don't have to have that kind of that thing out of your to-do list,
No need to
monitor.
manage it. No need to manage
Yes,
the condotel.
yeah, because that's the challenge right now. Example, if you have a unit like a residential unit, and you have to do instance, an Airbnb or have it rented for like a month or a year or something like that. You have to monitor, the maintenance. You have to ensure that you have, serve your clients and those things. So that would really take up time. I don't think that would be something that would be ideal for buyers who are based abroad or in other areas. So, and you're dealing with property manage. I mean, hotel management or that's already experienced. No, that's why we're bringing the Cetadines brand. It's actually under Ascot. It's very known worldwide. So they have a good reputation to back this kind of the partnership we have with them. So it's not only with this project in Davao. We have also already a partnership in Cebu, a lot in Cebu actually. But this is our first.
How is the Cebu citadines doing in terms of income? Especially pre-pandemic, because it, of course, during the pandemic it's understandable that almost all the hotels or even rental condos are not really doing well. But pre-pandemic, how did citadines in Davao, how were they doing?
In Davao. So
I mean in Cebu.
actually
I mean in
in Cebu,
Cebu.
yeah.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Cebu.
So in Cebu, that's a good thing that you raised it. Actually, we're looking at a global scale during the pandemic. No? It's not only in the Philippines, it's affected worldwide, the hospitality industry. So we're not spared with it. But if in terms of performance, we're very proud to say that we are not that, really losing a lot. Actually, we have incurred income during at the height of those months, no? And we have actually a good management. That's why it's very important to have that kind of experience management where you're gonna handle the rental of those units. So I should say that it's not that bad. And but the good thing right now is we're looking at we're going already to the new normal, no. After this kind of things happening, unraveling na yung mga developments going on, not only in hospitality but all industries. But the first industry that would benefit from this kind of turnaround for the economy is, I think, the hospitality, no, the real estate.
And
So
also
we're gonna,
tourism.
yeah, the tourism, we're gonna accept more tourists from all over the world, and that would be a good thing for us. That's why we're very bullish. I think we have done a launch of our new developments in Cebu and in the hotel segment of our brand of our company. So that's
Who is
why
the one managing the Cebu citadines? Is it still the same
it's
Ascot Limited or it's
yes,
a different
yes, it's
manager?
Ascot, and also we have hotel component of CLI who's also working with Ascot in managing our hotel projects.
So for the Citadine Cebu, is it still the same? Is it still a condotel or it's purely a hotel owned by CLI?
It's a condotel,
So
condotel.
it's the same.
Yes, yes,
Same in Davao. It's
yes.
also 50-50 owned, like 50% owned by CLI and 50% owned by the buyers, investors.
Um, you mean the
The
sharing, no?
the sharing, yeah, ownership of the
Yes.
units.
Not really 50-50. If I'm not mistaken, it's 70-30, no? But the good thing with this, I know we have really made sure that the buyers will be happy during the income that they will enjoy for every operation, monthly operation.
Yes, because the profit sharing is quarterly, right? For Cebu,
Yes, that's correct.
Citadine Cebu.
Yes, that's correct.
And
Yes, that's correct.
how many years has this condotel been in operation already?
Um, it's actually it has operated at the height of the pandemic and prior to that, but right now we have already have started with aggressive turn kasi our hotel component is handled by a separate team in Cebu. So they're actually doing the close monitoring of the Ascot. So Um, mga 2 years siguro yung operation na yung Hotel Cebu. So, it's a good, it's been performing well naman.
So, kumusta naman? Kumusta yung income from
Income-wise,
Citadine
I should
Cebu?
income-wise, I should say that it is quite good, no? Vis-a-vis the other hotels. It's been, in Cebu, I think you've been hearing a lot of hotels closing, no?
Yes,
And I think,
all over the Philippines.
yes, also, but we're happy to say that, we made, income naman out of those challenging months. Yes.
Yes, that's quite a feat because
Yeah.
hotels have been closing down just to cut back on expenses while wala pang tourists. It's
Yes.
good to
And
hear that my hotel na that's still generating income in the midst of the pandemic.
yeah, kasi if you look at it, the product is the hotel, no? But the versus any other hotel in a condo hotel, the residents, or I mean not the residents, but those who are gonna avail the services of the condo hotel can have the feature that they can cook, no? So, and they can use the facilities just like a residential. So that's not something that you can have in a hotel, no? So we have really a wider market in that area.
Yes,
So we're more,
even
I
here
should
in
say more,
CDO. Yeah, even here in
yes,
CDO,
we are
a
more
lot of the
competitive.
tourists prefer to book an Airbnb na condo versus booking a hotel because hotels are more expensive. They're very strict with how many people can check in and then you can't cook pa so you always have to eat out.
That's correct. And the advantage of ours or of our condotel in Davao is it's actually managed by Ascot. So that's really something that would have a good advantage and that would really secure, hassle free. If I was an investor, I'd deal more with those. The operation would be handled by someone more experienced. They are very particular with branding. Actually, Ascot is, I should say, very good in terms of ensuring that all of their hotels are well managed. They are very stable, servicing of all their clients. That's a good thing, and I think that would make all investors happy.
Yeah, for I read also that the Ascot Limited is the number one service providers when it comes
That's
to
correct.
managing hotels. So for those who are not really familiar with the Ascot Limited, why should investors be happy that Ascot is the one managing the condotel?
Okay, Ascot has so many and they're serving around, this was way back 2018, no? There are around 52,000 units globally. So they're serving so many cities around the world and all across different continents. So they have in Europe, they have in China, they have in US. They're all over. So in the Philippines, they also have in some parts of Manila and also in other parts of besides in Mindanao. So that's really what's making them very reputable, and they have a track record. If you look at their track record and their awards and recognitions in terms of servicing hotels, so they have something that could be proud of. No, that's why we're very proud to have this partnership with them.
Yeah, and it's really one thing that can really contribute to a strong hotel is who the management is. Because since they already have years and
Yes,
years of
that's
experience, and also with Cebulan Masters, you didn't also consider like putting in your own team to manage the hotel versus getting really outsourcing it to Ascot.
yes. We actually have hotel management or that's taking over or actually monitoring all our hotel developments. So we have a head there, Sir Matias. So he's the one in charge of the hotel component of Sibulan Masters or hotel projects.
What's
Matias
the num
Mercantile.
Okay. So what about ROI? Like what's the number of years target that the investors can expect to get a return on their investment for if you invest in a Citadines unit? Like for example for Cebu, since it's already there, it's already operating.
In Cebu, I believe they're targeting to do already the distribution of returns, because actually the challenge in the operation, especially during the pandemic, no, there might be some losses on the first year, especially. So on the second year, they might start to do that the handover of the investments. No? So that's in the Cebu. But in Davao and in the Saturdays Davao, our target really is to turn over this project next year, 2023, and last quarter. So if you're a resident or investor, you can already enjoy return a year after that. So that would, I'm sure, be more safer, not to say that they already have adjusted the first year operation. So that's our commitment to our investors.
What's the target to like really get a return on the entire investment? Like how many years would that
I,
take?
they will start receiving a year, 1 year after the the turnover of the unit owners. So for instance, if they will turn over next year, then a year after that. So that would be the start of distribution of ROI.
So who will be the one to turn over the or who will be the one to distribute the ROI? Will it be Sibulan Masters since they're the developer?
Um, the return of will be handled by the civilian master. So we're actually monitoring the sales performance of the projects we have. So but the one of the lang there is, of course, the buyer or the investor has to have TIN, because just like any other investment, so you have to really um be reporting it to BIR. So anyway, that would be during turnover, it will be explained to them. But if you're a buyer, you just have to have yung resibo. So every time you receive an income, you get to give the receipt.
So
Okay,
the unit you will need to apply or register your unit to BAR as a business since you're also receiving income from it.
that is correct.
So every time you get profit sharing, let's say quarterly, then you will also need to issue a receipt to CLI that you got this amount
Correct.
for
That's
the
correct.
lease of your unit.
That is correct. Right.
Okay. So the units of citadines are between around 6 to 9 million. So it's also a little bit higher compared to a regular studio unit because a regular studio unit costs between 3 to 3.5. For citadines, their studio costs around 6 million. So is
Yes.
the since there is also a difference between the selling price, like when it comes to investors, is the return on investment faster if you invested in a condotel compared to if you invested in a regular residential condominium? Like meron bang sales
Okay.
projections ang team with regards to how fast you
Yeah,
can
we
really
have
recoup your
actually.
entire investment?
Yeah. Good thing that you raised about cost. No, we have to remember, in a residential project, we are only providing a bare unit, or should I say,
Fully finished.
finished,
Yeah,
yeah,
fully
finished unit.
finished.
But for a condotel, it's really fully fitted, fully furnished, fully finished. So, and as a matter of fact, um, Cetadines or Ascot management will not allow to turn over without them checking the actual if it's really at par with the standards. So you're talking about a very meticulous checking, no? If it's really ano, so it's the cost of the fit out, it's not cheap, no? So that's why it really matches also the pricing if you compare it with the residential. So the in terms of payback period, if you're asking the payback period, it's a very interesting, because if you look at the total cost, it may take in a while, no, to recoup back that investment. But the good thing with that is there's actually a team already handling your property, managing your investment, and it's steady return. No, so it could react better if there are some drastic, challenges in the industry. Because if you look at the residential, if you're gonna put it at Airbnb, is dealing with the same market. It's actually dealing with the hospitality market. No, clients were looking to stay in a space that they could stay there for a month or a day or something like that. So, but those people who's gonna do the management, ensuring the return of our far better experience in that area. So that would
what's
be
the ano sir occupancy like for the hotels in Davao? Like pre-pandemic occupancy
pre-pandemic.
rate, because this
Yeah,
will determine how strong the condotel market is going to be, because the direct competitor are the existing hotels in Davao.
that's the reason why we really launched this project in Davao. No, there's really a demand for a hotel in Davao, and as a matter of fact, especially for those the market we're trying to deal with, the executives, developments are happening a lot here in Davao. It's very apparent. So many construction going on. So investors are going in here. So pre-pandemic, everything was really lively. The economy is really doing so well. There's so many hotels really looking at, if not fully occupied, 70% or something like that. We're looking at a very good number. And during pandemic, of course, the challenge was there. It's very apparent. Everything was feeling that but we're very bullish moving forward. Uh, that's why we only kept selling half of the units in Setadines. We did not sell the entire, because if we did, we could sell everything. We're keeping the half because we're very positive. We're very confident of how the economy, the turnaround, and there's really a market waiting for us in terms of hospitality in Davao, and we're very excited for this construction going on, the developments, the government's
The
plans. Really,
train, the
yes, everything.
the bus system. So there's a lot
Yes.
of projects happening in Davao, both public and
Yes.
private.
That is correct. And if you look around, there's so many investors and the different market, and these clients, they would really prefer to stay in a hotel that they know. They already experienced the comfort of living in an ascot hotel, no, rather than something they're not yet familiar with. So I should say that it's really a no-brainer as an investor's point of view. So it's really a market waiting for you. You want a secure investment. This is the best. Yeah.
At around 70%, let's say the condotel is occupied more or less 70%. At
Yes.
70% occupancy rate, more or less how much can the investors expect on a quarterly basis if they got, let's say, a studio unit? Like maybe you can give a rough estimate so that our
Yeah. If
investors will also have an idea.
Yeah, if I may throw a number, we're looking at return of investment maybe around 6%, 6 to 8, depending on the occupancy, no, per annum. So that would be a good the figure, especially. And you have to remember, not only that factor, no, the property value increases if you're asking about the point of view investor. Just like any investment, no, we're gonna build this project at that price, but as more things happening around and the areas develop, the mall will be finished, the market
So
will be,
there's
you know,
going to be, is there going to be a mall on the ground floor of the project or nearby?
this development is composed of three components, part of which is a mall component. So it's the Paragon Davao is a mall component, and we also have the residential. That's the one Paragon. That's the residence component, and Setadines is the hotel. Setadines is actually Tower One. Tower Two would be the residential, and attached to that entire complex of integrated community is the mall. So that would be another advantage. We also be having an area where they can conduct convention. So that would be another thing that would be advantageous for the owners or the investors in Satidines. Of course, if you have a convention, those who will be attending will be preferring to something that's closer to them, no? In terms of
Yes.
where they will stay.
What's the
Yes.
capacity of the convention center that you'll be putting in one Paragon?
Uh, that's a good thing that you asked that. Actually, there are very few who can accommodate a big number of convention, no? But in this project, we can accommodate 2,500 people in one
Two
convention.
five.
So yes,
So that's
so
the
that's
maximum capacity of the convention center in one Paragon.
that is correct. So
That's a lot, yeah.
um yes, and I
Is there
there's
any other
it's like
convention
around,
center in Davao that can accommodate 2.5? Or how many can
and
accommodate that much?
honestly, I don't see any venue here that could accommodate that number.
So that's the big.
So
That's going to be the biggest convention center once it's done.
apparently, yes,
The one in one.
based on the
Like, are,
current.
are you are you familiar with what's the next biggest convention center to once one aside from one Paragon, the one in one
They
Paragon?
have one. Yes, they have one in SM. They could accommodate. Actually, we did one of our events there, but I'm just not so familiar with their capacity, no per se. But I think we could handle bigger event than that. So that would be something that would be advantageous for investors.
I heard from Asian when I was there in Davao that the one convention center, I forgot the name, it can accommodate up to 1,000. So perhaps that's the next biggest capacity
Next,
na.
yes, good thing you have that interview with Asia, no? That and that's something that's more interesting, something we look forward once it's finished. It's really, we have good foresight. Our CEO has good foresight with those things, so that's why he understands, and also our partner, no, with our partner in this project, the Yusons and the Wang. So actually, they have very good partnership with them. Not only this project, but also the East Village. So they understand the market,
It's
and
it's a really well thought out project because all the components are there.
correct.
Like there's the mall, there's the
Yes,
convention center, there's also a
correct, and
residential condo, there's a condotel. So all these things within the project will make the project work.
yes, that is correct, Lex. That's something that's why I'm very excited. By next year, we see these developments happening. We have already gonna finish this project, so very soon, so these malls and convention will be turned over.
So 2023 turnover na for the malls and for the mall and one Paragon.
Yes, that's a plan. So 2023. So the Paragon and Condotel. So we're looking forward for that. No?
Okay, exciting. So what about the new projects? What are the new projects that CLI is going to be launching this year? Because I heard also from Asian that you have three upcoming projects for Davao.
Yeah, so that's why I mentioned a while ago, we have good portfolio, and some of these new products that we're developing is actually subdivision project. We don't have a subdivision yet here in Davao, so that's in Magtuod, and just within the year we're gonna launch this new product type. It's a um, residential subdivision. So we have two brands to launch there. We have the Casamira and Vilmiro, and the East Village will be selling very soon already.
Yeah, so let's talk about the biggest project of Sibulan Masters, Davao Global Township. So is this the biggest in terms of land area so far out of all the CLI projects in the Philippines?
It in We have a project. Most of it are residential, no? But the unique thing about this one, this is really our first venture into township development. That's what really a milestone for us. But this will not be the last. I'm not sure if you've heard from Ishan or from Trudis that we're gonna do also a project township in CDO.
Yes, in
Uh,
CDO, the one
yes,
in
in Mesa.
partnership with Xavier University.
Correct. Oh, so those things, that's would really something that excite the market, and it's our commitment, our long-term commitment to the investors and for the community. We're developing already huge tract of land, master planning these projects, having so many components that would are linked. So we also have in Cebu. So those one, but the interesting thing here is it's our milestone, no? This is our first venture into that kind of developments.
Who usually does the master plan for your townships? Because it's very, very different from a simple residential project when all you have to think about is just the one project for, but for a township, it really needs a lot more attention to detail. So do you outsource that? Is it in-house for your master planner?
We have an in-house team who does our technical planning team who does the you know but they have consultants. No, we have different consultants for development, but we always choose the best consultants. So just like any developers in the Philippines, that's why although this is new to us, but we have a good team and we are partnering with the right people. So for this project, the residential, we have Idea, who's gonna be the consultant for this project. But we have also our own in-house team that has technical team.
Okay. So, can you share more about the Davao Global Township? When are you planning to launch, and what units will you be launching? Do you have a timeline for launching as well?
We will be rolling out the, all the information for the launches and the official date of start of selling. But the right now, what we have in store for the investors is we're gonna develop, or I mean, we're gonna be offering the first tower for the East Village, Chelsea Tower, very very soon. So that's why I mentioned a while ago. It's
Hopefully
so
within
busy here.
March. Hopefully
Hopefully,
within
no,
March.
hopefully. Yes, we'll let you know, and so that even those, there's so many people who are not marketing this project they're not all in Davao. Some of them are from Cebu, and I heard so many sellers also marketing this in Cagayan. So that's why it's a very exciting project, and we're hearing a lot of interest. And we're very excited as well.
Yeah. So, congratulations in advance for the launching to Cebulan Master. So, you will have more work once it launches, sir.
Yes,
You're
as a
gonna
matter
be
of fact,
very busy.
as a matter of fact, sorry, last time I wasn't able to join the interview. We were, I know, with so many things happening, but we're preparing for this event, launches, the sellings. That's why we're very close attention with how we provide the experience to our buyers and the investors who are gonna be going on that day, gonna join the activity. But
So you
our
will be doing
experience,
a live launch. There will be an event for the launch. It's not gonna be virtual anymore.
that's the plan. That's the plan. Actually, going to that, most of our activities are face to face. Most of which, of course, we cannot be too careful. We have to always, that's why I'm wearing mask right now. So
Yeah, because you're at
that's
the
why,
office.
yeah, that's why we have to, I know, but we're going aggressive already with selling, and that's why we're very excited, and we're partnering with many interior with consultant in preparation for those activities happening already. So, but for the sellers outside Davao, where we have team who are gonna support you, provide you the information so that you can sell these projects as well.
Yes, Judas is very active on
That's
pushing the
good to hear.
Davao projects to the sellers here in Cagayan.
Yeah, that's good to hear, and I'm happy to hear that. Actually, we've been hearing a lot that the sellers are well taken care of. So, and I hope that would inspire you also to work better with us. We have so many projects for you. The Manresa is coming very soon, and but that should not stop you from selling any of projects in Davao. We have actually started selling. Right now with their ongoing training in Cagayan, also here in Dumaguete. We have expansion, Casamira Homes Dumaguete expansion. We
In
have launched,
Dumaguete.
yes,
Has that been launched
detached
already?
houses. It has been launched. That way, it's an expansion. We have this a phase two of the project, but the demand are actually more on the detached. So we are here. Our tagline is we're here. We build with you in mind. That only resonates to our buyers, but all our sellers as well. We hear the demand, agile with what the market is asking for, and that's why we have launched more detached units both for Dumaguete and in Bohol.
Yes, I also heard that you have a project in Bohol. So it's already pre-selling. How many projects do you have in Bohol?
Right now, we just have the Del Niro Greens Bohol. That's our subdivision project. But we're gonna have soon a condominium development, and the one that we just launched this week is the expansion of the Del Niro Greens. So, but it has been anticipated also because Bohol has been just like in Davao, no more inventory for quite a while. So we're very excited to have this. We're actually doing a lot of trainings already while I'm having this interview. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why that's very exciting for Bohol market and Dumaguete market right now. And we also have a project in Bacolod. We have just recently introduced Casamira Towers Bacolod. It's a four-tower development. We just launched the first tower, close to 50% sold already. The projects also in Urmok. So that's another development, a subdivision development in Urmok. So it's close to 70% sold. So that's those things, you see the standard of velocity. We're very happy to hear those things happening and unraveling despite the challenges, in this pandemic. We see the demand and we have the agility to really be offering exciting promos like we're having the home fest promos for this until March 30. Yes,
So
yes.
one thing that I noticed about Sibulan Masters and also other developers are taking notice is you have such high sales velocity. Like for example, Casamira Towers in here in Cagayan de Oro got sold out at last May 2020 during the height of the pandemic. So what's your secret for such fast sales velocity for all your projects? Like especially here in CDO, for example. I'm not so familiar with your sales velocity in in the projects in other cities, but here in CDO, very consistent. Like Mesa Verde, Casamira, Velmiro Heights, all get
Mm.
sold out in within 1 to 2 years, or at least 80 to 90% sold in just 1 to 2 years, which is really fast compared to other developers. So, what's your secret for such fast sales velocity?
For Cebulan Master, it's less than a year. Most of our projects actually have a good take up, normally reaching 70 to 80% in few months. Some projects even matches or even outmatch those numbers. But our secret actually is in our tagline. If you watch carefully, it's we build with you in mind. That's kind of commitment we have for our investors, and that also resonates, I hope, with the experience we have with the agents. During those pandemic, we were the only developer who didn't stop releasing the commissions, incentives. For the buyers, we didn't stop turnover. So this kind of understanding the market, the customer centricity. If you talk about the concepts, no, but that's what I think that's really what separates us, but that would distinguish us, and that also, of course, with that challenge of customer centricity, you have to be agile as well. So we have been jumping from one place to another. We have actually very kind of always around, if there's a demand or I mean there's an opportunity in this area, we go around. So the land banking and the sales also as well.
Yes,
So
sales very fast. Like
all
for example, here
in
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 CDO,
the
magaling yung sales.
Yeah, all in the name of our clients and our partners. We're here to give you a good inventory. We're here to serve our customers. We're here to serve the Filipino community. So that's why we're building a lot in different, no, and the good thing
In
happening
different
right now,
cities. Yeah.
yes, and the good thing happening right now, if you see the programs of the government, the infrastructures are more focused on re, connecting those rural areas from the urban
More
sites.
roads.
Yes, more roads, rural. So that's good thing for us, no? And this is something, if you look at the figures by Bangko Sentral, there's more steady increases in terms of demand outside in NCR. So, some of these areas, actually the market right now is wedged into two. The outside BGC or outside Manila and outside NCR. NCR. So if you look at if an investor's point of view, you are more safer investing outside. And the new normal dictates that the customers right now or the buyers, investors are looking at the more better, environment, than staying in the close to the center, no. But we also have a market. We also have projects in the condominium in the center, in the rural area. I mean the cities like in Davao. We have the Davao Global Township. But these projects are master planned. As what we can see, like in the DGT, is we're focusing on the sustainability, making sure that's actually future ready, and it's gonna be like a smart city or something like that. So those master plan developments are sure to benefit the investors because it's a steady increase of your investment, appreciation of your investment.
What are the cities here in the Philippines right now that is Sibulan Masters present in so far?
Recently, we have um, so far Cebu, of course. We have in
Yeah.
Dumaguete. We also have Sibulan. We have in Bohol. We also have in Ormoc. We have in Bacolod. We have in Iloilo. We have of course in Cagayan. We have in Davao. And we will be going to Palawan very soon. We'll be going to possibly in Jansan. So those things, these are really not Luzon. No,
Yes, not Luzon.
but these projects are in different cities. There's a demand. Yes, there's a demand. There's a market for it, and that's why it as well. Doing well in terms of velocity. That's why because we understand the need. No,
Yeah, you're very strong when it comes to market study. You really understand the market, the buyer's market, and also the seller's market, like in terms of what will make agents or brokers want to sell your project.
something that I'm hearing that straight from you, Alex. No, we have already have a good relationship with all our partners. We have maintained good relationship, ensure that we hear you. We will try to, if there are challenges along the way, as we grow together, it's not only our growth, but your growth as well. We want to be partner with you on that. So if there's some things that we could support you, you can ask our team, like in Cagayan, we have through this, she can assist you with any or give us the feedbacks, and I'm also here to support you guys. So just let me know. We will grow together, as company, as a firm. So
Yeah,
for
sure, sir.
for
Okay.
our
Thank
clients
you
to
for
serve our
that. We really appreciate that, especially like the speed in which the developers address requests of the client. So that's also one thing that
yes,
matters to us as sellers. Like we want our clients to be taken care of as well as they invest in your projects.
correct. And again, as what I mentioned, that we build with you, and my tagline resonates to you, our partners. So if you need any support, something that because you're the one really doing the legwork, guys, and I know the hardship of selling. I understand that. I'm also a broker as well, and before I was doing that, and it's very challenging job. I understand completely. So that's why if there are some things that we could support you, we will discuss, we will talk, and just let us know what else we can improve on.
Okay, sige, sige. We'll do that, sir. Especially since our realty is also expanding to the Davao market. I've seen firsthand how thriving also the Davao market is.
Yes. Yes, we are thriving with them also. So that's why we're very happy with this partnership, and we have stayed, and we have been resilient all throughout, and we're looking forward for a better kind of after these things has waned down. There's already a lot of progress in terms of the COVID protocols and everything. And with that, it's an exciting days ahead of us.
Yes,
So we're just gonna
things
work
are
together.
slowly getting back to normal.
Yes, and these things is that would be beneficial not only with us but also to you. So let's do this together, guys. So just let us know where else we can support you.
Okay, so what about for other agents or brokers who may not yet be accredited with Sibulan Masters? Where can they find you in Davao?
Okay, so we have two offices here in Davao, the one in LPU. So it's very close to the airport, and also in Mesa Garden, that's in Quirino, in Sutherland. So those two offices, are operating simultaneously. So these two offices has a team manning these two offices. No, currently I'm in LPU. Um, uh, the closer to the center is in Mesa Tierra office. No, the one in Sutherland. This one naman, we have parang less traffic, less more parking spots. So we can serve you in both offices. So we can, accredit you, just ensure you have those documents prepared for accreditation. So we can work with you with the accreditation if you're in the Davao. In CDO, there's Students who's gonna help you with also. But if you're accredited already with CDO, you can market our projects here in Davao.
Okay. I'll also be going to Bohol soon, so maybe I can check out also your Bohol
Yes,
project.
please. Yes, please. We have exciting project going there in Bohol. No, we have because those things is gonna be a lot of things happening as far as infrastructure in Bohol. So we're gonna have a condo project soon. So we can give you a tour there. Just let us know when you're coming so that we can have
Sige,
you
sige. I'll,
assisted there.
I'll let you know. I'll be there this coming May.
Sige, Lex. Thank you so much for your unwavering support throughout these years. You've been one of our trusted partners, no? So
Of
that's something that
course.
we really are happy with.
Yes, thank you. Thank you also so much, Sir Clyde, for also enabling us to really sell and promote the projects of Sibulan Masters. So it's easy. It's easy to sell Sibulan Masters because also your projects and payment schemes are so good. So easy to sell to the buyers. So it's easy for
Yes,
especially
because
OFWs to invest here.
guys, I see that you're very aggressive. You're hungry sellers, and then we want to reciprocate that. We're here to serve you. We give you the best service possible.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Clyde, for your time. I really learned a
And
lot from you during this interview.
yes, and I learned a lot as well. So thank you so much, guys, for this opportunity to. I know this is our first interview, but we can have this another interview in
We'll do
we
a
have time.
live
So
interview.
yeah, see, just let us know,
Um,
and nice to have you, and for your viewers, thank you so much for your time also.
okay, thanks, Sir Clyde. And that
Thank
ends
you.
our interview for today. I'll see you again in my next video.